Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope that all of you are fine, feeling well, and I hope that you people are giving enough time to your studies at home. And I hope that you people are not wasting your time. The work that we are doing is relevant to practicals, and I'm explaining you each and every option over here before going towards our formal practicals from practical number 1 to practical number 10. Before going towards, I want to explain you each and everything in Microsoft Word, Excel, and in Urdu in Page. So Word we have already done, Excel we are doing. Afterwards, we are going to see the Urdu in Page as well. But Excel we had started in last 2 lessons, and these things are already covered: relative cell address, absolute cell address, paste special, function sum, average, max, minimum, count. Count was also there that I explained you yesterday. Okay. Count. How to apply formula and how to apply functions. Formula we have also seen that thing as well. How to apply formula. Okay. How to insert charts. These are the charts. How to insert chart, how to make charts. If you select the text, for example, these are the students' names. I make change one here. Ali, Ahmed, Shahzad, let's suppose Salman. These are the students. I select this. Okay. These are the names and the marks. And I go to insert and I take this column chart. Now see what happens. These are the marks for physics, computer, maths, English, and Urdu. Ali is mentioned over here in blue color, that this blue bar is for Ali. This for Ahmed, this for Shahzad, this for Salman. Now, if you see over here, you can see that in physics, Ali has got these marks, Ahmed has got these marks, Shahzad has got these marks, Salman has got these marks. This is how we can make a good comparison. For one subject, different students, they have got how many marks. Are you getting, students, this point? This is how we can draw the graph. For example, if I leave this graph over here and I say that select these student names only and their total only, student names and their total. Okay, and I go to insert graph, and I take this stacked bar. You will be able to see that the stack bar is showing the total, that Salman has got how many marks, more than 400, 446, 437, 446, and accordingly you are able to see that how many marks are there. So this is basically a stack bar that we have created. Depends on our requirement. If you need to take the student names only, and let's suppose I say press control button, student names only, and I say only, let's suppose only English. Student names I have selected, I press control button and only English marks. Okay, I go to insert, I draw this chart. Now you will be able to see that this comparison that we are making, at suppose I check over here 3D column. Now see. See over here. Ali has got almost 10 to 20 marks, between 10 to 20. Ahmed has got more than 90. Okay. Shahzad has got, you can see the bar position, more than 70. Salman has got these marks. So bars are there that you can see over here. And if I change over here something over here, let's suppose I change the marks of Ahmed to 34 and press enter, you will see that the bar is also changed over there. So we can take any two columns as well. between which you want to draw the graph. This is the thing that we need to understand. Okay, students? Okay. If you want to change the title, I am writing over here subject wise comparison. I double clicked over there. Subject wise comparison. Okay. If I want to change the color scheme, I can go there and change some other color scheme, just like this one. It is also showing me the format. You know, this is the design of the chart which has appeared. I can take any of the good design in which I'm interested to have. If you want to change the colors, these are blue, orange, gray, and yellow. Walaikum salam. If you are not interested, you can go and you can check these colors. These colors. Now there is green, there is brown, there is yellow, there is orange. You can take any of the color scheme according to your requirement. At the top of each, the value is also written because I have taken such a format in which value is written at the top. If I take such kind of format where no value is written, so I can do that thing as well, depending on my requirement. If you want to have, you can. If you don't want to write, you can leave that thing. Okay, you can change the layout. Even after drawing the graph, you can change the layout. Okay, if you want to change the color scheme, you can change the color scheme as well. Okay, when you see over here in this design of the graph, you can make amendments in the design of the graphs from these options. Chart styles are there, change colors are there, quick layout is there. Even you can change the layout. You know, you can see that if you want to include, if you go to layout, if you want to include the table over here as well. So it is showing us the table as well. That Ali has got 12 marks in physics, Ahmed has got 87, Shehzad has got 78, Salman has got 88. And they are concerned bars are also there which are showing you the values by the graph. Okay, students, so these are different designs available to us. According to our requirement, we can manage this thing. Okay, students, this thing is clear. Similarly, when you select the graph, you can change the background and foreground color. Okay. Similarly, if you see over here, this format chart area is there, using which you can format this color scheme as well. You can manage no fill or solid fill. Background color is no fill right now. Solid fill, you can take background color. You can take background color. See over here, this chart I am talking about. You can go to solid fill. You can go to gradient fill. You know, this chart, solid fill, gradient fill. You can go to picture background, pattern fill if you want to give some pattern at the background. Dotted line, line, bars, any type of pattern you want to give as the background, you can give over there as well. If you want to get solid fill in the color, go there and change the color, pink color, blue color, whatever the color is there you want to give as a background. You want to make it transparent, you can use this option to make it darker or lighter. Okay, if you want to have a picture as a background, you can select the picture, or you can even change the file as a background that you are taking over here. Let's suppose I take this file as a background, and I can make its transparency as well, light, with the light background, for example. I want to make it transparent so that the text which is there should be clear. These format chart area options are very important for us. We can take picture as a background on the chart. We can manage colors. We can give colors by no fill. If you don't want to give any background color, if you want to give solid color, you can give solid color. If you want to give gradient fill, if you want to give pattern fill, I have already shown you. If you want to give a picture as a background, this is also possible for us. We can make the transparency of the background as well. If you make it quite dark, it will show you in the proper image. If you will want to make it opaque, you will be able to see that the transparency has been done over here up to 83%. Okay, students, this point is clear. Students, will you please tell me about it? The graphs are clear. See over there, this graphical representation has been explained over there. I have explained you all these options, how to draw the bar chart, how to apply different options to the chart. This option is there in the layout and format. Whenever we draw, we got this design menu and this format menu. This format menu is also there, which is relevant to the chart. For example, this is the chart. So the format menu is there, using which you can make changes in the text. You know, if you want to make the change in the text font style, if you want to change, please keep the cameras closed right now. If you want to change the fill color, if you want to change the outline color in the format, outline color, if you want to change the thickness of the outline, okay. So these all things are there that we have discussed, you know, in the shapes and images as well. All these tools are there that we have discussed about the shape style and shape images, because there are shapes used. You know, these are the shapes. This is a shape. If you want to thick, make the outline thick, I can do this thing. I can. This is allowed. I can do this change over here. So all these options are there that you need to explore. So what we have covered over here in today's lesson: how to insert charts. Number one, this is the important thing that we have done today. How to insert chart, number one thing. Number two thing is there, format menu, format chart, this option. I'm talking about format chart. And the design ribbon we have done. These all options which are given in the design, you know, I have explained you these all options. Okay, how to set a picture as a background, how to give a solid background, how to give a, you know, gradient fill. If you go to gradient fill, you can take gradient colors over there. Pattern fill, if you want to give in this heading some kind of pattern, you can give in this heading some kind of pattern in this shape. These all things are there that you can do. Okay, I hope these all points are clear. Some important things are there which are relevant to the chart that we are setting up over here. Text inside the chart, which is there, that can also be applied. No fill or background fill or gradient fill, you know, solid fill. If you want to give over there, you can give solid fill over there. So to the text as well, you can apply these options. Come to the next point. Students, all these things are clear. Now, manipulating and formatting data. Manipulating and formatting data, how we can manipulate data, how we can format data. These are the options that we are going to apply. Take the example of the same text that we have got. Okay, this is the text. Filtering data. This is the one that we are going to cover over here. How to filter data. Filter means the specific data that is there that you want to filter. Let's suppose in this chart, I will have to make some amendment. I'm going to, let's suppose, insert one column. How do you insert a column? For example, after name, I want to insert one column over here. And I'm writing some classes over there. This is 9B, let's suppose. This is 9B. This is, let's suppose, 9A, for example. This is 9. This is 9A. Okay. Now in this data, what I want to do, I can apply filter. If you want to see only the students data, let me take only this data, because in the same sheet, This is the data. Please see over here. I'm entering some more data over here. Okay, by changing the names. I'm giving data for grade 12A. Okay. I'm giving data for grade, let's suppose 12B. Aisha, Samia. I have given some other names as well. Okay. Now this is the data we have got. How we can apply filter? This is the thing that we need to understand over here about the filtration. How we can apply filter? There are different data for 9A, 9B. Okay. We can take even different sections over here. Let's suppose I say that I am mentioning over here only class. Over here I'm mentioning the section. This is A, this is B, this is A, this is A, this is B, this is B, this is A, this is A. Okay. Now this is the data on which I want to apply some filters. Now we have to understand that thing. What does it mean when we say filters? Okay. What does it mean? Filtering means data means display only the information that the user needs. I want to see only 9 grade students. What I will do? What should I do? I will click over there on this cell, which is class. I will see over there, is there any option for the filter? You will be able to see one option is there available in the data menu with the name of filter. This is filter. See over there, one funnel is there. This is the funnel. This is there in the filter. Click on it. When you will click on it, you will see there are boxes, combo boxes available, in each heading where I clicked, in all the raw combo boxes are there. Can you see this? I will go to class and I will unmark all. I will select only 9 and I will click OK. Now you can see, I can see the data for 9 grade only because I have applied the filter. Now you will see that this arrow, which was there over there, it has been converted to a small funnel-like icon, which is showing you that some filtration has been applied to it. Students, this point is clear to all of you. Will you please give me the thumbs up sign so that I can understand? Thumbs up sign. Okay, now if I want to see only, now I am applying another filter. I want to see only the students who are there in the section A. So I will remove this check mark from B and I will click OK. Now see, only those students in 9th grade are visible now who are there in the section A in the 9th grade. So 2 filters have been applied. This thing is clear. What does it show? It shows that we can apply multiple filters at a time. We can apply multiple filters at a time. What is written in the book? See over there, they have explained this thing as well. We'll go to sort and filter option. I've explained you this thing. How we can filter, I have also explained this thing as well. Now, next point is validation. Data validation, whether the data is validated or not. Validation means that data is correct or not. Data validation is used to control the values or the type of data that user enters into a cell. The following steps will define criteria for entries in class column of students worksheet. Create a list of valid entries. Valid means we are giving some criteria. Okay, we are giving some criteria for the validity of the data. The validity of the data. How we can give the criteria. You know, you will be able to see that this option is basically there in the data validation. We'll go to the data option. You'll find out that we have got these options over here available to validate the data. Data validation. Now see, how many marks students can get from 0 to 100? In each subject, they may have 0 to 100. This is the rule that the teacher cannot give less than 0 and teacher cannot give more than 100. If someone enters marks less than 0 and more than 100, this will be according to the rule, against the rule, not according to the law that we have set. I am selecting these all cells where we have to enter these numbers. I will go to option of validation. I will click on it. Now allow values. Any value? No. Any value is allowed. We can type even character over here. No, we are saying no. Only decimal. Only decimal. Which value? Between. I am saying between 0 to 100. Between 0 to 100. Between 0 to 100 is allowed. Okay. Okay. Now, if I mention 101 over here, it is giving me some error message. See, the value does not match the data validation restriction defined for the cell. Retry. It is not accepting it. Cursor is there, still there. Still there. Cursor is still there. Okay, let's suppose. Let me select these cells. I go to validation. I say that I want to clear all. Now you will see that if I enter over here 112, it will be accepted. Accepted. See, total is also changed. Whatever the value I'm entering over here, total is getting changed. I enter over here 230, it is accepted. But if I select this area, all these ranges where we have to enter the marks, I go to validation. I say that I need to have decimal value. I need to have the number which is between 0 to 100. So now if I enter 115, error message is coming. No, you are not allowed to do so. Students, will you please give me thumbs up sign so that I can understand that this point is clear? Data validation is clear? Okay. Similarly, right now, if I am giving over here 34.5, it is also accepted. But I want that this should not be allowed. The numbers in the fraction should not be allowed. I will select this range. I will go to validation. I will say that the number should be a whole number between 0 to 100. Now, if I am writing over here 45.5, it is within the range. But since it is in points, so it is telling me that you are not allowed to do so. Not allowing me to enter that value. Okay. Students, these all points are clear. Similarly, if the data is relevant to the date, we can ensure that there should be max date given over there accordingly. Now, protecting a sheet. When a sheet is protected, other users can only view the information but cannot change. So you have to do something over there in the menu, which is given over here in order to make your sheet protected. Okay, students, have you got all these things? Now, review tab, click protect sheet command in the changes group. This is the review tab. Here is the changes group, protect sheet. When you will make it protected, the user will not be able to open it. You can apply the password to it. Okay. Afterwards, the user will not be able to work on it. What we have covered over here, what we have covered, filtration we have covered, data validation we have covered, protecting a sheet we have covered. Protecting a sheet is clear to you or not? See over there, go to review, protect sheet. It will ask you to give you some password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Click OK. Re-enter the password. Click OK. Now you close the sheet. Whenever I will open the sheet, if I want to make some change, it is not allowing me to type anything anywhere. Anything I cannot type anywhere. Getting this thing? You will go to review, unprotect sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was the password. Now the sheet is able to work on. Data filtration, data validation. We have done protecting a sheet. Password. It will not be available for the editing. Come to the next point. Unlocking cells. Just like when you have protected, then you can unprotect. I have also explained you this thing as well. Fine, this thing is clear. Unlocking. When you are protecting means locking, then again unprotecting. This thing is clear. Students, up to here, all the points are clear or not? Conditional formatting. Now, this is very important. Conditional formatting. On the basis of some condition, we are going to apply some formatting. On the basis of some condition. Okay. So I am covering the books chapter first. Then I have to explain you some other things as well. You know, in Excel, in complete insert menu, I am going to explain you all the things over here. Although graphs I have explained you, but all the rest of the options are there. Whatever are there, I am going to give you one review of that thing as well. So come towards this conditional formatting. Let's suppose if our marks for getting pass is 40 marks are there minimum. I want that wherever the marks are less than 40, it should change its color. What can I do? I can apply conditional formatting. You go to conditional formatting option. Which is available over here in the format menu. Okay, this is available over here in the menu, which is basically ribbon menu, conditional formatting. home tab. Sorry, it is there in the home tab. Yes, here it is. So I select these marks which we are entering from 0 to 100. I go to conditional formatting and I say that highlight highlight cell rules. Highlight where the value is greater than, where the value is less than. I say less than, where the value is less than. I say that where the value is less than 40, wherever the value is less than 40, change the color to red color, yellow color, whatever the color is there. Custom format, you can choose your own. I say yellow color or green color. You will see that text color has been changed and the background color is also in the green color. If you want to remove this conditional formatting, select the area, go to conditional formatting, click on the clear rules from the selected cells, clear rules from the entire sheet, no, from the selected cell. Otherwise, the rest of the sheet, whatever is there, it will also be cleared. Let me remove this filter. Okay. Now see, this is the area. I select this. I go to, I see that clear rules from the cells. I apply again. Select this. Go to conditional operating, conditional formatting. Highlight cells less than what? Less than, I am saying that less than 40. Which color? I go there, I say that I will select myself, custom format. I say that it should be bold. Okay, it should be bold. Number one. And fill color should be red. Background color should be yellow. Okay. Font color should be, I go there on the font and I say that the font color should be red. Okay. Background color I have given over here yellow. Font color red. Okay. Click OK. Wherever, now see that the text is bold because I applied bold as well. The background color of the cell is yellow and the color of the text is red. So whatever formatting I applied and wherever it has been applied, it is done automatically on the values wherever the value is less than 40. If I make any change over here and I give the value over here 26, 45, 23, it will also be changed accordingly because the rule is given over there. The rule has been applied for the conditional formatting. The rule has been applied for the conditional formatting. This is basically called the conditional formatting when there is some condition regarding values and we want to change the format of the data, the color, the font size, font style, okay, the background color, the foreground color of the text. We can make the change. Okay, students, this point is clear. Students, will you please give me feedback about it? These all points are clear or not? Give me the thumbs up sign. Conditional formatting is clear or not?
Yes, sir, it is clear.
It is clear. Good. Good. So, inshallah, we will do all these things in the practicals as well. But I have explained you. Similarly, we can apply for, greater than, less than, in between values, We can apply as I have given you the example. What we have done today, afterwards, we have done protecting a sheet, unlocking sheet, conditional formatting. So we have done the conditional formatting as well. Okay, students, I'm going to post it. You'll be able to see that this is the work that we have done. Inshallah, these videos will be available to you whenever you need to revise all these things relevant to practical, so you can go through them. If you've got any questions, students, please ask me. because I'm stopping it over here. Inshallah, we will start. We will continue Excel, inshallah. Why? Because in Excel, I want to explain, insert menu, all these options we have seen, but I want to explain you. Some are quite similar. Equation editor, symbol, hyperlink. These are similar to Word. I am not going to repeat it again. No, not at all. Some things which are different. So I want that I should explain you all these things. Inshallah, I'm going to explain you. So up to here, if you've got any question, please students ask me or give me the thumbs up sign so that I can understand that you are with me. You have got all the things. Okay. What about the rest? For what they are waiting? Okay, students. Thank you so much, all of you.